Hi, my name is Ami Abeta. I am the superintendent of Chelsea Public Schools. And what's been so important to us with the Children's Cabinet is really exemplifying what it means to know our students by name, strength, and story. And that's one of the reasons why we formed a Children's Cabinet, because we realized as a school district, as a school system, especially coming out of the pandemic, that we needed community support. And what we recognize is that we can't do this alone. We need partners, we need community to come together so that way we can really reach out to our students and know our students by name, strength, and story. What are their needs? And so as a result of our Children's Cabinet, we've done some wonderful work, and I'm very proud of the work that we've done with our mental health. I'm proud of the work that we're getting started with individual student success planning and really just bringing our partners together in Chelsea.
So in our Children's Cabinet meeting, which was chaired by our former city manager and our current superintendent, we were talking in circles about how we can best support our students. We were sharing about which, COVID and its implications brought up to bubble the various and present mental health challenges and needs of our students, and also brought up the challenges and needs of them wanting to work in the community, work locally, but yet at the same time have funding and have to find jobs. And so as we were talking in circles, our former city manager, there was a mark of consternation that was put on his face. And he just said, excuse me, hold on. I have this money. What can we do? I come to the cabinet to glean the expertise that exists at this virtual circular table. And we understood that at that moment, he was looking to us for a solution to help the city and the school district, but also our community-based agencies that are in our city come up with the problem first and foremost on the mental health needs. In that meeting, he requested the city, in partnership with our community-based agencies, to give him a proposal on how he can use ARPA funding, ARPA dollars, to positively impact the mental health needs of our students. And I'm happy to say, in partnership with our community-based agencies and working together with our school social work head, over the social workers, and myself and our superintendent, we developed a proposal, and the centerpiece of that was us utilizing mental telehealth services in our schools, in both our middle and high schools.
From the get-go, I am so fortunate to have Boston College work with us and partner with us from day one. And Boston College came alongside us and said, what can we do as an institution to support you in this work? Because we really want to reach out to our communities and support communities, not just be researchers, but also support the work. So they did some qualitative research, interviewed everybody, all the partner organizations on Children's Cabinet, to find out what we needed to focus on. And there were 3 areas that popped out from that needs assessment. One was mental health, another was extended learning. And so we've really been able to focus on those things. Extended learning was actually something that was in our own strategic plan as well. So the needs assessment actually mirrored our strategic planning process.
So I'm Becca Lowenhaupt. I'm a faculty member in the Lynch School of Education, and I've been a partner with the Chelsea Children's Cabinet since we started. At the sort of in the middle of and toward the end of the pandemic, the city of Chelsea was coming out of a lot of difficult challenges and looked to set up some cross-sector collaboration to address those challenges. I was really fortunate to be invited to partner with Dr. Jennings and his team to start to think about the way that we could design a cabinet that really brought people together to problem solve around some of the issues facing the youth of Chelsea. One thing to keep in mind is that in our cities, youth navigate multiple and unaligned systems of care. So, for example, the YMCA may be a really strong anchor for a kid who feels disconnected from school. And the YMCA and the school may never talk to each other about how best to support that kid. And so the idea of the Children's Cabinet is to really create that kind of cross-sector network of care and make sure none of our children are falling through the cracks as they navigate the many systems that serve them in the small but mighty city of Chelsea.
Another story that I think is important to share is making sure that our students are able to work. And so in partnership with our extended learning coordinator for the school district and myself and our superintendent, we were able to write a proposal where our high school students are able to go to our elementary schools and work in partnership with our extended learning staff, as well as our community-based agencies to help shepherd and guide our students, our elementary school students. And oftentimes, our high school students have little brothers and sisters and cousins at our elementary school. So we were able to connect the dots, connect, once again, every aspect, every domain that's impacted at the children's table, city government, school district, and community-based agencies are being impacted. Our city provided us funding for our school district to employ our students at our local elementary schools, and our elementary school students, our high school students are working in partnership with our community-based agencies meeting those needs. And so I'm just excited about that, and I'm excited about that work, but also as a proof point of the work that happens around the Children's Cabinet's table.
So one of the things that's unique about our Children's Cabinet is that the Boston College research team functions as an embedded member of the cabinet itself, and we work directly with the leaders to help facilitate meetings, to think through next steps, and partner really closely around how to support the work. We're really fortunate to have received funding from the Lynch School as well as the Schiller Institute to support our partnership, and that allows us to really think about building community and bridging between the university and the school district. In fact, we've had a lot of opportunities to host members of the Chelsea team on campus. They certainly love the opportunity to come and enjoy this beautiful campus with us. And we've also just had an opportunity, because of the support, to really strengthen and build a long-term partnership.
When we first started the Children's Cabinet, one of our partners said to us, "Wow, it's nice to come to the table and be asked to be part of the table and be part of this."
We came up with a concept a couple of months ago about looking for a problem of practice, where we talked about how do we work together to build, to support our high school youth in supporting our community and building leaders. And a lot of our community partners stepped up to the plate financially, but BC, I must say, with Rebecca as well and her team, have really stepped up to the plate in looking at how do we develop leaders, how do we build our leaders in our high school. So we're very lucky and very excited to have put together a pilot program for this summer, which is a Leadership Institute. We will have 10 students from Chelsea Public Schools heading out to BC. We're really excited about the Summer Institute and all that will hold for our students and our staff of Chelsea Public Schools, and specifically our high school. So thank you.
And as we looked to a continued partnership with Boston College, I am excited to have their support, because it's nice to have someone in your ear, especially a superintendent, saying, "Have you thought about this?" or "Here's what we're thinking," because I don't always get that time to stop and reflect. So Boston College has been that for me, and I'm grateful for our partnership.
First and foremost, I want to say thank you a million times over to the Schiller Institute and to the Lynch School. You both are an example of what authentic community university system partnership looks like and feels like. And my heart has been overjoyed to see this authentic partnership, to see us work hand in hand. And I think it is an example of my partnership with Professor Becca. She is the consummate advocate for our students and families, the consummate advocate for the good work that we're doing here, the consummate advocate and reminder of Aaron, Dr. Beta, Malik, to pace yourself, to breathe. You are doing work on both levels. You're doing system level work and community level work. And Professor Beck has also reminded us to make sure that we're chronicling our journey, chronicling the good work that we're doing. And so I'm just so grateful for our partnership with BC. You all have gone over and above the work with us. I'm so fortunate to what the future holds. Don't leave us, please don't, because you have concretized this relationship. You've conquered ties to work. I believe that you all are even know many of our students by name, story, and strength, just from the interviews and the conversation with our students. So we're so grateful to have you all. We're so grateful to work alongside of you all, to have you all work alongside of us as we do the good work here in the city of Chelsea and more importantly for our Chelsea Public School students. Thank you once again.